Welcome back, everybody. I'm Tassie with Tassie Eats, and today I'm having papaya salad and steamed rice rolls. Now, the steamed rice rolls in Hmong, we actually pronounce it as phao, and both of these items I actually bought. I was recently at our Hmong village here. It's like a Hmong market, and they have a bunch of vendors, and you can go and look at all of their foods and then choose which item you want. So I actually went there recently, and I found that I was like, like on Facebook, there's a Facebook group I'm a part of. It's called Hmong Kitchen. And it basically shows a ton of dishes made by Hmong people or all of the foods we kind of grew up eating. And everybody was posting papaya salad. So I started craving papaya salad. So I went and got some, and I like my papaya salad to be really spicy. And the vendor that I got it from, she also makes, she also puts little bits of mango in there. Mango, the mango version of this, where all of this is mango, one of my favorites. I also really like the cucumber version. And these strings here, for anybody who's never had papaya salad, this is the actual fruit papaya. And what they do is they shred out the skin on the outside, and then they cut it in half and they empty out the seeds. And then the old school way is you have a big old knife and you're chopping at it in your hand, and then you slice the actual strands off. But then nowadays, we just use like a shredder, and then we just shred them so that they're all tiny and thin like this. And there's a huge variety of how to make papaya salad. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people who first see it, especially the smell, is really off-putting because they put fish sauce in here. So it's like a fruit salad with fish sauce. So just think of that. I grew up eating a lot of fruits with pepper and fish sauce, so I'm actually used to that. But for other people who are new to it, generally once they eat it though, they really like it because it's really well balanced with the citrusy, the sugar, there's tamarind in here, and then of course there's the fish sauce. And I like mine with peanuts in there. And they do put garlic and everything in here, and tomatoes. But there's a lot of different variations of how people make it. And I do like mine to be really spicy and really sour. The papaya was really good. Okay. Now this dish here, this is we call it phao in Hmong, but it's basically just steamed rice rolls. And what they put in here is ground pork and onions. All right, it's gonna be kind of hard. I don't have a knife. I didn't prepare a knife, so I'm just gonna dip it in here. That's just pepper. It's basically, there's ground pepper in there, very little bit of fish sauce, and then there's also fresh Thai peppers in there as well. Now, phao, for anybody who's never had it, a lot of my friends who are not Asian, I find that they don't like this dish only because it's a textural thing for them. And it could just be the person as well. But My boyfriend doesn't like it either. And it's basically, imagine a huge chow fun noodle. And it is like, it's really thick and it's kind of gooey and soft. It's not like it's gooey, but it's really soft. So I was like, imagine just a really chunky chow fun noodle with ground pork and onions in there. That's kind of what this is. And you do roll these up by hand. And there's a bunch of YouTube tutorials on how to cook this and this. But just know, like with this thing here, it starts off as a batter with like rice flour and a bit of oil and water, of course. And then you put it out on a pan and you put a lid on it to steam it. So it's like the steam rice roll. And then once you take it out of the pan, you immediately add the beef and whatever you want to put in there. Some people put mushrooms. I do hate making these. The reason why I hate making these, it is a lot of work, and you always make a lot, but it's because you need the perfect flat pan to make these without any mistakes. I mean, granted, some people, they use a screen where they steam it. I don't have that. I just have pans, okay? And if your pan has the slightest mark in there, it will not turn out. It will be a mess. So some people, they even have pans where it's only used to make these because there can be no scratches, no dents, or anything in the pan. It has to be perfectly flawless to get these out. I do love Papaya though, but it's just a pain to make it. And this is like $3. So this dish here is $3. The papaya salad with the mango there, it's only $6. And this papaya salad, it is made for 2 to 3 people. I'm probably not going to eat the whole thing. And I do like to eat this with pork skin. Normally people will have like a bag of pork skin and you kind of eat it with this. And there is a dish where you put vermicelli noodles mixed with this. I don't like it. I've had it before, and honestly I've only had it once when I was younger, and I didn't like it. It could have been the vendor who made it, I don't know. But I went with all my coworkers and they loved it. Like, they thought it was the best. So I thought maybe, you know, they made it really well. It doesn't suit my flavor profile. But I felt like with the noodles, because it's just vermicelli boiled noodles mixed with this sauce. And I felt like it was too salty and a really fish saucy on the noodles, and I didn't like that. And this is really spicy. Whew. I told the lady who made this I wanted it to be really spicy. She took a huge handful of pepper. She threw it in there and I was like, okay, that's spicy. It's so good though. Like, this is the kind of spice I love, where it's like, it hurts, but it tastes so good. I'm so happy when I get monk food. I don't cook monk food often. One of my viewers had asked me about that. About how come I'm not eating monk food. I don't cook it often. You know, I live in uptown Minneapolis. So whenever I want monk food, I have to drive all the way to St. Paul. So that way I can get to the vendors, because there's a lot of vendors out there in St. Paul. And I love ceremony food. Whenever you go to like a monk ceremony, it's like a huge spiritual blessing kind of event. And they make tons of amazing food. It's absolutely amazing, you guys. To me, that's like soul food. That's like... Oh, man. I love the papaya, but it's definitely starting to really hurt my tongue. The best part when people make fakao at home, they put a ton of meat in there. My brother and I used to make fakao together a lot. They'd always be gone the night I made it, between us two. But we love to put like a ton of like ground pork in there. I like to put a lot of green onions and cilantro in there with the ground pork. Whew. Okay, the papaya is hurting my mouth now. I'm gonna like, I'll try to finish that later. Papaya salad is one of those things where it's like, it's best if you eat it with like a group. You know, it's like a sharing thing. My tongue really hurts. And it's like the top of my tongue, it hurts from the amount of pepper. As I'm putting on more pepper. Yeah. I feel like I'm drinking so much water. Mm. All right, last bite. All right, thanks for watching, you guys.